Back in the woods again, after what's been a terribly long time. I've prioritized other things over walking through the brush. But I knew I needed to make another video, and here we are, walking through some woods, possibly getting stuck in briars. Maybe not. I am sort of familiar with these woods, not necessarily this part of them, but I don't want to be familiar with it. That takes all the fun out. And it makes it less interesting. And I'm out here because it's interesting. Oh, Jesus. That was a deep hole. I said before that I had a lot of interesting walks planned, and I did. I just didn't do them. For no good reason other than I'm lazy. But there is going to be some really good stuff coming up in the summer. Briars. Part of the problem of making videos is there's just not enough woods around me. I mean, there's trees and bushes, but not like this. Just pure woods. Yeah, I can still hear cars. You gotta get here somehow. I can't just drive through the woods, which would be fun, but I'd probably get stuck, and I'm sure I wouldn't have phone signal, and I'd die out here, because it's hard to shoot birds with a pistol. And it's the fact that I have to drive so far to find woodsy woods that it makes me less interested in doing this. Because however enjoyable walking through the woods is, sitting in a car for an hour to get to them is not near as cool. And then by the time you get there, everything you've put on that would make sense before, there's now too much clothing. I like all the holes in these trees. If I were a creature, I would certainly hide in it, or make it my home. That's flat. I can't ever remember where it is, but somewhere back here, there's the remnants of a moonshine still, which is neat. You can't really tell that it was ever a moonshine still, because it's just like a pile of old crap. But you also can tell that it is something, or was something, because it is just a pile of old crap. And it certainly has been a while since I've done this. My camera arm's already getting tired. Not that I plan on being out here a terribly long time. Ooh, that's neat. There we go. Alright. I've also apparently almost forgotten how to use my gimbal. Oh, Jesus. But it'll come back to me more swiftly. I like creeks. Creeks are neat. I'll sometimes ask people for feedback on the videos, though I don't want to hear it. I never do. It always just, not really makes me mad, it changes my view of what I'm doing. When I ask for feedback, it starts making me feel like I'm doing this for other people, but I'm not. I'm doing this for me. I don't really care what you guys think. Unless you like it. If you like it, then good. But if you don't, whatever, don't watch it. No skin off my teeth. I wonder where that phrase came from. No skin off my teeth. Is that even the right phrase? I don't know. Has it changed over the years? Maybe it's in reference to people who have those little baby teeth with giant gums. Thought over. That's a big one. Big old tree hole. I have so many thoughts about things that make sense to me as thoughts. But when I think about saying them out loud, they don't make as much sense. Because I'll think, oh man, how could a tree survive having such a big hole in it? Honestly, that tree doesn't look like it's survived it very well. But I guess it has. Ooh, old tree stand. Somebody's been out here trying to slay some horned creatures. Or maybe that's an old tree house. Whatever it is, it's old, and it's in a tree. And now I'm climbing uphill, which I really didn't want to do. But woods are woods. They have hills and sticks and 2x4s that people brought. That is a massive nail. What a beaut. Whew. If you look around in these woods, you can actually find, I'm going to call them arrowheads, even though they're not arrowheads. They're some sort of throwy spear tip thing. But arrowheads is just easier. For me, anyway. I always find myself looking down to see if I can find any. As many years as I've been coming out here, I never have. But my son found one on like his 3rd trip out here. The jerk. Boy, you'd think I never do physical activity. As hard as I am breathing. But I think part of the problem is I just did physical activity before woods walking. Ooh, pathiness. Now there's a novel concept. Use the other arm. If one gets tired, I have a whole nother arm. This is where I hunt with my dad out here. With the dogs, we hunt quail. It's quite fun. But some people don't take it as seriously as we do. We're serious sportsmen. Some people like to put their little pink ribbons out so they know exactly where the birds are. But that takes a little fun out of it. Part of the fun is walking in the woods and realizing how out of shape you are whilst walking in the woods. So this one's going to be shorter than the other woods walks. Because though I don't like listening to what people say, I will. And one of those said things was to either walk less or talk more. Well, how about we combine those two things? And I'll talk the entire walk. That looks like a dead mole. Yep, it's a dead mole. It must have been a raccoon or something. It's the only thing I can think of. They would just kill it for no reason and leave it there. Huh. I went a lot further than I realized. I guess just in a roundabout way, though. I lick my mustache a lot. It's almost like a comfort thing, I guess. Though on foggy mornings, it provides moisture that I can drink, which sounds weird. Oh. It's a habit, picking up trash. Little dog foots. It did look like somebody had been out here this morning. Just judging from the tracks that were around. And there's more evidence. I don't think this is mine from another time, but it could be. This arm is even less used to holding a camera. So I'm going to switch again. Oop, there's the other side of my face. Side. Work, lips. Make words. Entire words. Not just bits and pieces of them. I like it out here. It's quiet. It's calm. Unless there's wily animals gallivanting through the woods. Dogs. Huh. I didn't think I'd walked that far. I haven't walked that long. Have I? 18 minutes. It's much shorter than normal. Good grief, I covered some ground. Maybe it's because I only sort of have a concept of space and direction. Like, I typically don't get lost places. Well, I don't get dangerously lost. I get lost a lot. That I got from my father. He called it seeing parts of the state that most people don't get to see. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm making a triangle here. It makes more sense now. I wish I weren't, though, because this triangle has put me in direct sunlight, which is making this coat a bit too much. Some deer tracks. There are a fair amount of deer out here. I've just never seen them. Uh-oh, where am I going? Clicky, clicky, click, clicky. I'll get better at this again. My arm might get stronger. We'll see. Well, our journey has almost come to an end. Not really a journey. This short trot throughout the woods. If you have a large plot of land with lots of trees and shrubs and green flowing fields that you would like me to walk in, please let me know. Ew, a poo. Because trying to find places to walk is getting harder and harder. And I don't want to drive out here all the time. It's too far of a drive. Well, I've returned to the automobile and the road. So, that's it for now, and you'll see me next time. Cue the music, all doodly doodly like. There's not really any music. Still haven't made any. I always go right through the middle of the mud when I leave this place. Let's try to stay a bit less muddy. That kind of worked, I guess.